Good Monday morning to you, Roger Hill of Weathering Heights, VELCO Weather Hazards Forecaster. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com. It represents 802 Toyota, Twin City Subaru, 802 Honda, all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Here's the current conditions. We have the actual area of low pressure back over here. This is kind of the back edge. And then we have a couple different bands. This is some very strong thunderstorms that caused a severe weather outbreak. Still producing a lot of tornadic thunderstorms in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Moving into the Pamlico Sound, Albemarle Sound, and most of this is now shifted a little bit further off the coast. A secondary development is expected here where things are going to become more robust as we're getting a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of a dry slot. Here's another dry slot sort of working into the back edge of the whole storm system. The baroclinic leaf up here, and so we have a lot of rain moving on in. This thing is loaded for bear. First, we're looking at the severe weather signatures in the Outer Banks. Just showing you on the other satellite picture, you can see very strong localized gusty winds out of the south-southeast. This is curling into our neck of the woods here. This is some sunshine. Again, it's breaking out. It's going to probably fire up a lot of thunderstorm activity in this particular area. We're already got a severe weather warning out now. And some of this is going to scoot in, it looks like, right into the southern half of Vermont. Models have been sort of indicating this, and it does look like it's going to come to fruition. Well, we could have some embedded thunderstorms in southern parts of Vermont, enhancing some of these localized wind gusts. Quick look at the warmer temperatures. They're advecting in right now. This warm air advection, you see temperatures basically in the 60s, and even trying to make a run now into parts of northern Vermont. And also we're looking at, of course, a lot of rain working in up the coast. Most likely the heaviest rain will cut across the southern counties and into New Hampshire and eastern New England. Looking at the NAM precipitation, what we can see here is some moderate rains, starting rain showers sort of embedded, working into parts of southern Vermont. And you can see some of that higher DBZ being indicated by radar here, at least programmed through the model. And this is expected, this represents, of course, thunderstorms, and this looks like it's going to get in the southern half of Vermont, perhaps even in central and northern parts of Vermont, Northeast Kingdom. And we have that secondary line that's going to be working on in, and this is going to head east and then track again through the region. This is valid at late in the day. God. So once again, you can see some thunderstorm activity that's going to be in parts of southern Vermont here, indicated by those darker reds, of course. And then everything kind of shifts on out. We get a lot of gusty westerly winds, and probably the best chance to affect and cause any kind of issues with tree limb damage or tree damage is going to be along the spine of the Green Mountains and points east, immediately east. However, it does look like this basically stays up as we'll be into the darker hours at this point. So we clear on out, winds begin to ramp down, and things will start to be just a rear view mirror now at this point. Here's a quick look at the HRRR model. You can see different pulses, slightly heavier precipitation rolling in. Then we get into a little bit of a break late in the day. This is out ahead of the cold front. This is the frontal system with what looks to be some embedded thunderstorms, although HRRR model seems to overdo it like that. And then it continues to push across the region. Notice the darker reds here are starting to decrease, so things begin to run out of gas. And this is valid roughly at about 9 o'clock this evening. That's 10, 11, and so forth. And by that point, I think we're starting to ramp down. Even the stronger winds are going to be holding up in the highest elevations of the summits of the Greens. Looking at the HRRR model in terms of wind gusts, it's kind of variable. We get it in the southern parts of Vermont. It seems like Bennington, maybe southern Rutland, parts of Windsor, parts of Windham County seem to get it. This is a little bit of a lull. This would be valid about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock tonight. We start to get that wind out of the west and downsloping a little bit. Looks like in the southern Green Mountains. And then really not affecting the northern Greens nearly as much, but to some degree, yes, there'll be some winds. Notice the elevated winds here on the higher resolution modeling keeping up along the spine of the Green Mountains. This is valid around midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. And this is the European model. This is lightning flashes, instantaneous lightning flashes. So you can see the thunderstorm activity. And this is now off the coast. And you can see what happens here. It tries to make a little bit of a run into southern parts of New England. kind of falls apart as it does. Most of it goes offshore. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.